creepypastas? Lame. Hasn't been popular since Obama. No, I don't know what Friday Night Funkin' mods are. See, what I did was invent a brand new word called insane pastas. That's what I call creepypastas that are so unhinged that they stop being scary and start being baffling. I'm sure this concept has existed since the times of Beowulf, but for the duration of this video, we can pretend that Eddy and Eddy the Lost episode is the first insane pasta. I assume you at least remember this thing. It was pretty popular back in the day. I even did a shitty video about it once. But in retrospect, I think it'll be remembered by how fucking bananas it is. Not very obvious at the start though. It's just a typical case of the network accidentally broadcasting a crazed maniac's homemade episode that I guess every studio just has laying around. You know, just in case they need it. Audiences who saw this thing said the episode was very disturbing and low quality. I like that this means that several animation snobs saw this and went, wow, this is absolutely fucked up. But the production was really sloppy. Bad episode, 3 out of 10. There was also a line going up and down the screen. Sure, why not? The voice acting was also off. It says that they would often sound like they're about to cry after the lines. Not their lines. The lines. So, their voice lines or that line that's going up and down the screen that was mentioned earlier? Is the line making the characters sad when it shows up? Is that line technically a character? Can we get fan art of line from Ed and Eddy? Oh, the first scene is like Ed and Eddy looking upset and then Kevin drives his bike into them. I guess just to ruin their day even more. The footage becomes blurry, remember that, and low moans are heard coming from Eddy? That's just really odd phrasing. They make it sound like he's a device or something. The text itself is just structured weirdly too, because it describes that scene and then immediately the next sentence starts with a claymation sequence of Double D sleeping on Eddy's bed began. So is that Kevin's scene over? Is this a new one? Does a new paragraph mean a new scene? I don't know, but I guess the pace breaking woke up Double D and so he starts walking all over Eddy's room. Reminds me of that one sped up Vsauce gif. Oh, and by the way, that scene also becomes blurry. Whoever homebrewed this episode needs to get their head in the fucking game. That's like the second time that happened. But as a reward to us audience, we do get to see an image of Eddy's front door in complete silence for 2 minutes. Yes, go girl, give us nothing, waste airtime. Anyway, in that same paragraph, we change to a completely different scene of Jimmy and Sarah visiting a dentist you can't see. Jimmy's headgear was like bent backwards, which really tore his mouth and even injured his teeth and gums. He also, quote-unquote, apparently lost both his arms and legs beforehand? What do you mean, apparently? Honey, what is a dentist gonna do about that? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, he may as well be V2. People are gonna be like, oh, they could reconstruct him. Reconstruct what? There's nothing left! I'm sorry for the Ultra Kill reference. It will happen again. After that was a commercial break because fuck you, even in the Nightmare incident, you can't escape consumerism. This video is sponsored by my buddy Clay God. When the show resumes, it wastes no time and immediately shows us Rolf fisting the cow. Only one cow, which I guess is better than all of them. Oh, and of course the scene gets blurry as it goes on. Someone involved with this shit show needs to get glasses or something. This whole scene, I think, is a really insane pasta thing to have. It's not really scary, it's more like you're reading this and you're like, hey man, you okay? What is, whoa, hey, yo, calm down, dude. I'm about to read the next paragraph in its entirety. Naz is reading a magazine on her couch. The quality is now perfect. So true, dude. Bro, did you see the new Ed and Eddy? It was complete dog shit, but the shot with Naz reading the magazine, that was fucking cinema. Okay, so I guess Eddy found his house. He enters his bedroom. Johnny crawls from under Naz's couch and pops up behind her. I'm sorry, what happened here? Did a sentence get lost on its way to the story? Where am I? The author does find it funny that they forgot to draw Johnny's eyes, and they thought of a mole. Again, odd phrasing makes it sound like they laughed, and then spontaneously thought of a mole. Moving on, Johnny starts swallowing Naz's head in a cartoon fashion. I don't know what you want me to say. That boy ain't right? What? I don't know what emotion this is supposed to spark. Oh, I see. A zoom in on Johnny's face reveals that he had tiny human eyes. What? Is he not human? No? I guess he's a mole this whole time. Though he behaves more like a Half-Life barnacle, if I'm completely to be honest. And for the grand finale, we have Double D just laying on the floor, and Eddy's house is Eddy's house. Fucking great. What an ending. So what did we learn from this besides that Johnny, on average, is not human? Well, mostly that if you want everyone to think you're a fucking lunatic, you should talk out loud about the Rolf scene and post it online for everyone to hear. As for the story itself, I think it's a good example of an insane pasta. It's just a string of weird, cheap shock scenes that's barely put together and feels like it's supposed to mean something, but doesn't. The flow can be really clumsy, which just adds to it, to be honestly. It all feels like a modern shitpost, and I mean, I guess it allegedly it was was supposed to be one. But I think you could recreate this whole thing using stock images and stupid music and shit, and then speed it up by 3 times and put a caption that says "Lost episode lore be like," and it just looked like a modern shitpost. Well, thank you for listening to me talk about something I already talked about 11 years ago. Time flies. In fact, nowadays I'm making indie games. What a fucking loser. And you should wishlist and buy all of them. Alright, that concludes the leather story time break. Next video I'm probably going back to talking about my game again. Goodbye.